Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adair here. Hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. I got a great story time for you today. We haven't done story time in a while, so I was like, let me pop in and just chill, and talk about it. And the question is, the topic is, oh, that's my little hair out of place. You know, I be loving my hair in place. Okay, this hair gotta be right. But anyway, the story that I'm talking about today is why I became a coach. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about because some people be like, why would they want to be a coach? Or oh, you a coach? I get a little bit of both, but I can say it is more than I expected. It's definitely way more than I expected. I don't know what I expected, to be honest. Like when I started, I was just like, this is so natural for me. Like I've naturally always been that helpful person in my family and with my friends. Like I honestly love seeing people win. When people get new jobs, when people get new money, when people get new relationships, when people get elevate. You know what I'm saying? When you get that, I understand that feeling of completing something, growing through something, moving past something. Like it's something that naturally drives me. So I was like, hey, you could be a coach. So I don't know what's going on with my little flowers. We're going to ignore them, so fam. We're going to act like this hair look phenomenal. I mean, it do, but you know what I'm saying. So first things first is I am running a business, a hair business. But before I did my hair business, I worked for corporate. I worked for Dell and I worked for HP. I have my bachelor's in computer engineering for those who just don't know. And I know engineering and hair, how in the world did you start doing that? But when I was in college, Soul Fam, I was doing everybody's hair and makeup. Like everybody was coming to me before they go out to get their hair and makeup done. So I'm like, sis, if they coming to you, you must be doing a good job, And so as the years went on in school, I built a school clientele. Like I was just the girl that does hair. And it was kind of weird because I've always was just into getting myself together. Like I wasn't into doing other people's hair, but I knew how to do it. Like it just was something that was natural to me. So that's when I was like, after college and working, I was like, let me start this hair business. I started my wig business because I used to wear wigs and I didn't want no one to know I was wearing a wig. I was like, this is top secret. No one can know. It wasn't that much of a secret, but, I always wanted them to look real. And so that's how I started my brand, Realistic Wigs. So I didn't even plan to go to beauty school before I started the brand. Like I just started the brand. I was just like, let me just start this brand. I had this crazy vision in my head. I was just like, I could sell online, I could have a website. Like I was just so driven. I was just like, and then when I started it, I started learning some things. I started hearing critics. I was just like, this is hard. So this was probably about, let's see, when I started my wigs, I want to say like 5-6 years ago. It was a while ago. Time flew before I even knew. You know what I'm saying? So I started the brand, and when I came home from school, because you go away to college, you gotta come back. I was doing everybody's hair and makeup. I was doing my friends. They was referring me to people. I was just, the hair girl. Still. So that's when I had to go to beauty school. So I was like, well, let me just get my license. My mom used to do hair, but she never got her license. So that kind of motivated me too. I was like, my sister does hair, my mom does hair, like everybody do hair. Like we used to do each other's hair. It's a lot of us, just now. So I was like, let me just go to beauty school. I didn't know what was going to happen from there, but I was just like, let me go to beauty school. Okay? That's all I can say is those were the longest 10 months of my life. Okay? Like I felt like I did a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you are counting down the days, the hours, the time. So anyone that makes it through beauty school, Soul Fam, it's harder than college. and I've been through 4-year college. So I know that those 10 months was harder than, I don't, well, let me not say that. Let me just say that because I went to college first and I've been through it, to go to school again, I think that is the part that got me, because I was a little bit older. I mean, there were older people there, like you got all age groups there, but you have majority of like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. So you're not really realizing that they not even on the same mindset as you. You know what I'm saying? You already got your brand. So I think that was the biggest challenge for me, was like thinking that we gonna be making relationships and friends. Like in college, we was making friends. Like you still speak to your college people after friends. You dorming with people. Like it's a little bit more genuine in college. I think beauty school, maybe the beauty world is like real dog eat dog. Like who can do the best hair, you know? And I'm just like, your clients are not my clients. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care how good you do or how bad you do. I'm here to help. And beauty school, so fam, I was helping people in beauty school. So then when I'm in school, I'm like, okay, you know, sis, I think you do hair better than you think. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was working for Dell and HP and doing hair, I wasn't around a lot of other people. You know, like I was with my family and my boyfriend and stuff like that. Like I wasn't on the scene, if that makes sense. Like I was kind of like not hidden, but like I worked from home. When I worked for Dell, I worked remotely. So I wasn't really out, you know, like social media. I was on social media too, but it's not like you hear what people are saying, you know, like you don't even know what people even think about you. All you know is you got clients coming back. Like it's like one of them things that you're not really conscious to. But when I got to beauty school, I can't say I became a little bit more conscious, because I'm like, you know, like this is simple. Like it was so simple to me. And the fact that it wasn't simple to them was confusing to me, because I'm like, how is this not simple to you? Don't you do hair? And in the black community, because it was a predominantly white school, but in the black community, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like I don't think we compete. Maybe I do. Maybe I be minding my business, so fam. I'm telling y'all, I'll be in my own world. I don't be sitting around trying to see what you doing to work on what I'm doing. I never was that type of person. Like, I'm never going to be like, let me try to be better than her. If anything, I will be inspired. I will give you props. I will give you genuine compliments. Like, I started to realize, sis, you might be the only genuine person in this school. Because they is looking at how they could be better than you. And I felt like that was a negative mindset. So after beauty school finished, and I was a mentor for a lot of like the younger students there. Unknowingly, I did not volunteer or sign up to mentor. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what a mentor do. I was just like, what is it? You know, like I was honored, yes, but so fam, like that's not one of the roles I reached out to do, if that's making sense. Like I went to beauty school to perfect my craft. You know, I went to college to learn about computers and math. I never went out to try and be a mentor. You know, I never really knew or paid attention to what that was. I'm gonna be honest. I was just always being me. I was always being helpful. I was always being motivated, and I was always inspiring those humbly. You know, like, wow, look at this girl doing all of this stuff. And if you really know me, you know what I'm saying? If you read my book, you might know me a little better, because I do got two other books out there that's more about my personal life. If you understand the personal things that I've overcome, then it'll even make you look at me again. Like, you'll be looking like, sis. Like, you know, when something good, you be like, sis. Then you be like, sis. You be like, sis. You know what I'm saying? You probably like, sis. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like, wow. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. So basically, mentoring was not something I was thinking about. So, hold on, I got a little edge. And so, fast forward about maybe about 4 years later, we at beauty school after graduating, right? I was running my business. I was learning this. I was learning about the business. I was perfecting my craft. I was focused on me. Still interacting from time to time, but I was, trying to be a better version of myself. And once I realized that I was inspiring people, I was like, okay, you can't be out here wilding. I kind of started shifting into the role. But what really made me become a coach was, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I was in a long-term relationship, and I felt like everything in my life was moving, but my relationship. And I'm like, I was confused, so fam. I was like, what? I started looking at myself, like for real. Like I was just like, okay, what is it about you that you're doing wrong? This is what I was saying to myself. And what can you change about yourself to make this relationship work? So I started wanting to work on myself even more. And so that's when I got a therapist, and that's when I got a coach. I got the therapist first, and then I got a coach. Of course, y'all know. I'm gonna disclose. My coach was Tony Gaskins, okay? And Tony Gaskins, when he spoke to my life personally, you know what I'm saying? Like I booked session and helped me see. Okay? He helped me see way more than I was asking to see. But before I booked my session, let me just cut in. Before I even booked my session, was it after I got a therapist? I think I was still therapist time because I was seeing a therapist for a little bit. But I was in my house and I got on my knees. So fam, I could picture it like it was yesterday. I had these steps in my house, like these, it was like steps. I don't know how to explain it, but I was walking up the steps and I just knelt on the steps. I was just on the steps and I was just like, Lord, help me see what I need to see. I asked him just like that. I've always went to church. With my grandfather. We went to a Baptist church in Brooklyn. Always went to. I got baptized at 18. Me and my little sister. I can't remember how old she was, but it was like on my 18th birthday. So fam, I got baptized. Now this is way after. You know what I'm saying? This is way after. But anyway, I was just like, all I know how to do is pray. Like that's the one thing I've always learned how to do was pray. But I never even consciously realized, like, sis, you could pray all around the board. You know what I'm saying? You always praying for your family. I'm always praying for my family. I'll be at church praying for my family. I don't even be praying for me. I be praying for my friends. I'm praying for everybody else, sis. You need to pray for you. So I don't know what made me do it, but I was walking up the stairs and I was just like, Lord, please show me. I asked the Lord to show me. Right? And shortly after that, I don't have an exact time frame for y'all, so man, but shortly after, I know I was seeing a therapist. I came across Tony Gaskins. I started asking certain questions. Like, what my business is doing great. You know what I'm saying? This is like everything was great in my life. Everything at that time in my life. I mean, everything is great now, but everything was great except my relationship wasn't moving. So I was so confused. I was just like, what? Like I was mad slow. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, so fast forward, got on the session with Tony Gaskins, and I mean, things shifted, and it made me really realize so bad. It made me realize sis, look at all of your accomplishments. Like you is booming. Like your business is booming. Your house, your car. You know what I'm saying? Like I was booming. Sorry to speak slang to y'all, but I'm from New York. And I was like, how can I felt like I was just like, my head was in the clouds, probably for real, because I partied a lot. And so I was just like, it's your time to really get yourself together. And so Tony Gass is always saying, become a coach if you think you have what it takes or know what it takes. And I took his course. He has a course that you can take to become a certified coach. And y'all know me, I be course, whatever I gotta take. You know what I'm saying? And right before that, I was already on online school for my master's. Okay, after beauty school, I was like, well, let me get my master's. I love school. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me knock off any pieces I gotta do. I've always been that type that I don't want to just get comfy. Like, okay, if I did this, so sorry to speak fast, but my life was moving so fast and I was accomplishing things so quickly. It was just so normal to me that I never realized how much I've grown. I never realized since you went from here to here. Like, it's like I took an escalator. So I wasn't really paying attention. Like, I always say I was asleep. That's my best way to say it, is I was just asleep. I was just working, not really focusing. I mean, focusing, but not really paying attention to it. I don't know how to explain it, but that's the best way I can explain it. And so I took the course and I made the shift. I made a promise to myself and to God. I was just like, I'm going to do the best that I can to be there, and someone who suffered from mental health issues, it's like I understand it. Like, when I see someone hurting, I understand, instead of me being judgmental, which was never me, I have like a natural understanding for more people than I realize. So it's like fulfilling to be able to hear someone and actually hear someone. Because sometimes you'll go and you rant and you tell someone how you feeling and stuff like that. And after you're done, you kind of just like, oh, I just told all my business. I didn't really get none. I mean, you got it to vent, but it wasn't really like as fulfilling as if someone's like, on your side. And oftentimes I understand both sides. So like, if say someone comes to me like, hey, I'm having this trouble with my mom or my sister, and they break it down, I understand perfectly the mom side and the sister side, because all of the things that I was able to overcome is and to find peace, you naturally understand life, and life is definitely as hard as we make it, but there's a little twist to that because we're never really taught the basic things that we should be taught. Definitely if you come from broken homes, you come from abandonment, you come from, the negative traumas and stuff like that, you don't really, sorry, my nose is running out. I'm trying to not let it drip, but it's been a little chilly. You never really heal. So when you heal, baby, when you start healing and you stop losing your mind, because when you going through those experiences and you don't heal, so fam, you start creating so much drama in your own life. Sorry, I don't want to put that on my life. I don't want to touch me. But you just start having clarity, and you just start operating from a healed mindset. When your mindset is twisted, you would be probably like I was, running around with a chicken with no head, sitting around thinking it's my fault, all my fault, while a relationship so long has failed. I definitely took blame to a lot of things, but it wasn't all my fault. I felt like it was 50-50. If it failed, something y'all both did. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad at my ex. I'm not even, how you got that ex and you think about him, you're like, ugh. I was at first. But as you grow, you let it go. Like those were things that I did from this type of mindset. That is going to naturally happen. When you're not intentional. You know, now when you grow, everything is intentional. Every word you say is intentional. Every dollar you spend is intentional. Everyone that you even encounter is intentional. So you start taking your time a little better. Before, I was probably just, who knows? I was probably just doing what young people do. Not to say I'm not young, but you know what I'm saying? you in that party phase. You in that, hey, we together just because we together. It don't even make sense. So, long story short, becoming a coach was one of the best things I could have ever done with my life. And I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. And so I'm always thankful for the opportunity to still be here. So fam, we still here. We still here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got hurt. Yeah, this wasn't that. Yeah, things was a little but guess what, so fam? We still here. The Lord said, you still got a job. He said, you still got things to do. And that's another thing, so fam. Me talking the way I talk, that is how I was talking to myself. So all the other things that came, you know, getting back into my poetry, getting back into like just being who I naturally am, feels so good that I can't hide it. You know, when we trying to change ourselves to fit into relationships that's not for you, you know, you just not you. You get what I'm saying? Now, as a coach, I just feel so authentic. I don't feel like I have to be hiding, and even sometimes I come up here, I don't even do my makeup. But in beauty school, they made us do our makeup, so you know, it's just one of them things you pick up. But you could just be you. It's not like I'm trying to persuade anyone. No, I'm just up here being me, and what's for me will be for me. And if you don't like what you see, you can exit. You get what I'm saying? So fam, I enjoy coming on here and sharing what I know. I enjoy our sessions that we have. I enjoy posting my quote cards on Instagram. I enjoy even throwing a little poetry from here to here on YouTube and on social media too. I enjoy being on TikTok and just us being positive and enjoying every part of who we are. You know, sometimes the world will try to put you in this little box and make you feel like you gotta stop. No. Open up that box, baby. Let the colors flow, you know. Do what you do. All right, so yeah, look, I'm excited. When I start doing all this, I'm excited, which means it's time to get out. Like, hey. Because I'm going to be up here and I'm going to just be talking and talk. But anyway, so fam, story time has been great. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm going to see you guys at the next one. Bye for now.